Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the hottest animes of 2020, Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, this anime was making waves in the community, and I remember my friends raving about how cool it looks and how memorable it is and everything. And I was watching Chainsaw Man, and I was like, you have to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, it's made by MAPPA, yada yada. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna watch it. I've been on a roll into anime manga stuff anyway. And I was like, I enjoyed Chainsaw Man. I really liked what Mappa did with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and watch Jujutsu Kaisen. And we're basically gonna dive into the world of Jujutsu Kaisen and I'll give you my honest thoughts on whether or not it lived up to the hype. Now, first, let's start with the plot. Jujutsu Kaisen, it is set in a world where spirits roam free and pose a threat to humanity. So the story basically follows a protagonist who's Yuji Itadori, who becomes a sorcerer after eating a cursed finger to save his friends. Now, that sounds extremely weird, but that is the plot of the anime. And then he basically teams up with other Jujutsu sorcerers to hunt down cursed spirits and protect the world from destruction. I have to say, immediately, very, very unique. So, if you don't know, basically the fingers he eats is like. Actually, I don't want to go into spoilers that much, but the fingers he eats are basically belonging to like an ancient demon, and he becomes a vessel for the demon, right? And it's really cool because I've not seen this before, or maybe I have seen it before. I've not seen a lot of anime, but the fact that the demon is in the body of Yuji, but Yuji is able to control the demon. It's like a really unique thing, and I do really appreciate it. I could talk about the story because this anime is like 24 episodes long, and there's a lot which happens in the 24 episodes. Not even like it's not like, oh, 10 of those episodes are just, filler. Like every episode has so much happening. Honestly, a great thing. I hate filler, so this is like a perfect anime for me to watch. But yeah, the story is really, really good. Not once are you like, what the fuck is this? It's just really good. I genuinely I enjoyed the story way too much than I expected to. Now let's talk about the animation and soundtrack. The animation is absolutely stunning. The fight scenes are fluid, dynamic, they have good choreography, and the attention to detail. Dude, I remember watching Chainsaw Man and I was like, oh wow, I like what Mappa does. I do like the animation. This is insane. Jujutsu Kaisen has such good animation, and it just hurts my heart because I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball, right? And I was like, if only Dragon Ball could have animation like this, or anything else I've watched for that matter. Mappa, I really understand why people hold Mappa in such high regard because holy shit, the animation in this show is absolutely incredible. It's literally breathtaking, and the soundtrack is also great. Like it has epic music which pumps you up during the intense fight scenes. Like it's just good overall. The music I don't really care about that much, although I have to say there are certain moments when the music really makes it way better. And oh my god, the animation is so damn good. I could not believe my eyes. Like it's so good, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I'm very happy with what I decided to start watching. Let's get into a little bit into characters. Let's talk about a protagonist, Yuji Itadori. I like Yuji as a main character. Like he's not bad as a MC. I do like his whole ideology. Again, I'm not gonna talk about everything. There's not like an analysis of the anime. It's just a review. But Yuji works as a main character. I do like his conflicting thoughts, and midway through the anime, it does change. And he's like a funny dude. I do like it. Yuji is a good character. The supporting characters are pretty good as well. Like basically, we have a trio. So it's Yuji Itadori, Nobara Kugisaki, and Megumi Fushiguro. So these are like the main trio, but there's like way more characters, and they all are very interesting, right? So, but if we talk about only the main trio, right? I do like all three of them. They have, well, I guess except for Nobara, because I haven't read the manga, so I don't really know. Like they don't really shed that much light on Nobara, but Megumi Fushiguro or Megumi, he's probably my second favorite character. We'll get into that, what my favorite character really is. But Megumi is a really, really good character. I enjoy it a lot. He is. I do like it. I do like his character arc and everything he does and everything about that. It's pretty, pretty cool. But then there's so many other characters as the anime goes on and on. Like, even the most smallest of characters have moments to shine, and I think I appreciate that so much. Because the issue I have with having too many characters in something is that you have so many characters that half of them end up being pointless. But not in this anime. Like, every character has one episode dedicated to them, or like one moment dedicated to them, where you're like, holy shit, that character is cool. And I really appreciate that. Like, I could literally start naming all of them, like the principal of the Kyoto school, Panda, Maki, so many, the witch lady, Miwa. So, oh god, I'm blanking out on names right now. Todo. How can I forget Todo? Yeah, Todo is probably one of my. Well, okay. Let's talk about this. Favorite character, right? Everyone's gonna say Gojo. Everyone's gonna say Gojo. And I need you to not be sheep. I need you to think about it, right? Gojo is cool. Gojo is, quite honestly, the most handsome animated character I've ever seen. But Gojo is also probably the most powerful, and he's cool and all, but he's not my favorite character. He definitely is a very, very good supporting character. Gojo is like, there's always that one character who's way more powerful than the actual main character, but then he's a supporting character. Gojo is a good supporting character. Oh my god, every time I say Gojo, I keep thinking, am I saying that wrong? Is it actually Jojo? Maybe I should watch Jojo next. But yeah, Gojo's fine, but he's not like my favorite. Top 5 maybe. I was about to say, like, I remember when the anime started, I was like, okay, Megumi is definitely my favorite character. But now that I think about it, I think I really like Todo. He's honestly, I think he's my favorite character. Like, I don't really, I mean, Yuji is there, of course, but I don't like Yuji as much as I like Todo. And come to think of it, I don't like Megumi as much as I like Todo either. Yeah, wow, this is a weird realization I'm having right now. Yeah, but the characters in this are amazing. Like, you could easily say any side character is your favorite, and I would still be like, you know what, understandable. You could say Panda is your favorite character, and I would be like, understandable. You could be like Inumaki Senpai. I think his name is Inumaki. He is so cool. Basically the curse speech user. Like, and okay, now that we're talking about that, let's talk about what this anime does right. The anime tropes, right? I mean, you don't have to watch a shit ton of anime to know what anime tropes are, but this anime is smart with it. Or I guess you could say it's the manga, but like, how in anime, like, they basically tell their special move out loud, Dragon Ball Z. But how they basically yell out their special move. But in this anime, the way it works is, if you reveal your tactics out to your opponent, it makes your tactic or your technique even more stronger. And I think that's such a weird, smart way to like be like, yeah, I'm gonna follow the trope, but I'm gonna make it matter. I think it's great. I don't know if it's been done before. It probably has, but I'm coming to know of something like this for the first time right now. So I think that's really, really smart. And this, yeah, like, I think it's a very clever play on that trope. The arcs in this anime are also pretty great. I think there's like 3 arcs in this anime. And you know what? Oh, speaking of characters, the villains are so damn good. Mahito, okay, I have to say, okay, since we're talking about favorite characters, right? I completely fucked up by saying Todo, because it's not Todo. It's probably Sukuna or Mahito. Because Sukuna is a very, very good antagonist. In the sense, he's not the antagonist for the entirety of the anime, right? He's only the antagonist for, I think, the first arc, like the introduction arc. But Sukuna is a very good villain, and you get the feeling of menace from him throughout the anime. Like, later, Sukuna comes out less and less, but you still, every time Sukuna is on screen, you get this feeling of dread. You get the feeling of, oh shit, it's Sukuna, because they do such a good job of portraying him as like the king of curses or something. But Mahito is also Really, really good villain. His whole weirdly childish, playful nature, but he's super sadistic. Really good. I like Mahito a lot. Uh, Jogo, I don't, they just showed him at the start, but I don't really know much about that. Hinami, again, great villain. The ideology, I think maybe it's just the animation which makes me think the villains are great. But I know, I genuinely do like the villains. I specifically Mahito and I just said his name, Sukuna. Sukuna was my favorite character from the very start. But then he started showing up less and less, and I was like, okay, he's not my favorite character anymore. Sorry, Sukuna. My favorite character is Todo now. It's just so great. Oh, I wanted to just mimic best friend. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just great. I love Dodo. But yeah, if I had to talk about bad things about the anime, because it's been 11 minutes and all I've been doing is complimenting Jujutsu Kaisen, I really, it's weird because I feel like nothing's perfect, right? And that's true. I genuinely don't know what I can complain about in this anime. Now, one thing I could say is maybe the pacing is a bit slow, right? You're like, the pacing of the anime could have been better. Or maybe you could say, but this is a contradictory point, but you could maybe say, oh, the side characters don't get a lot of screen time. But the thing is, every side character has like an entire episode dedicated to them, right? And it's really fucking good. And the pacing is great. I think it's perfect. They don't show too much in an episode, but they show not too less either. It's like not too much but not too less. It's just perfect. And I don't know how that is even possible, but it is, and I am so glad it is, because goddamn, there was not a single time I finish an episode and I'm like, oh, that's it. Or there was not a single time where I was like, oh my god, thank god it's over, I can go take a break now. It's great. I love the pacing of this anime. Honestly, if I'm really thinking about it, this might be like the best anime I've ever watched. Again, I've not watched a lot of anime, so I'm not like an anime expert who's watched 1,000 animes and this is the best one in decades. Like, maybe you can count on two hands how many animes I've actually watched. But yeah, this one is probably the best one I've watched, like start to end. It was really, really good. And overall, I'm not gonna give it a score because I realize that's kind of stupid to do. But if I did have to give it a score, I would maybe give it a 9.5. Only cutting 0.5 marks because I have no reason to, like, only because I am of the belief that nothing can be perfect. But yeah, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is genuinely that good. If you've not watched it and for some reason you're watching this review, I mean, I didn't mention any spoilers, so that's fine. You have to watch the anime. It's so good. Honestly, this is like a really, really good anime to maybe even watch as your first time. But probably not. Maybe I can't imagine someone who's not watched anime ever if they would like this or not. But yeah, that's my review of Jujutsu Kaisen. Absolutely incredible anime. Would 100% recommend everyone to watch it. And I think it's a great anime. I had a great time watching it. Season 2 is coming in July. Now I'm excited like everyone else for it. And my next review will probably be Jujutsu Kaisen 0, because there's a movie attached to it and it's a prequel and it's about Gojo, and I'm super excited. I want to see what it's all about. I don't know anything. I think Gojo is a child in the movie, and movies are animated 10 times better than the actual anime, and this anime looked absolutely amazing. So very, very excited. I'm ready to be like blown away tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow. I'll probably watch it in a while. I don't want to pressurize myself. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.